Okay, so I'm going to work here with the Spellcasters Tarot, and my question was, what is going on at the moment with Donald Trump? The center of the draw here is the Major Arcana, the High Priestess, Arcana number 2. Not surprisingly, she is reversed, which is telling me that there's a lot of remorse here, a lot of arrogance and bad intuition. In certain situations, it could be about laziness. It's definitely a lot about superficiality, I would say. Dangerous passivity. Maybe, well, definitely no preparation, no knowledge, well, very little knowledge, ignorance, well, definitely what we all think, well, not what we all think, but definitely what this man is like. We also have here on the card that is crossing the High Priestess, the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands is also reversed. Now, the 8 of Wands, when it is upright, it's talking about the countryside, it's talking about something that's going very fast. Also messages, so a message or, oh, it could be a tweet. Didn't think of that. But here it is actually reversed. So if we're talking about it in a negative way, I would talk about regrets, incertitude, a lot of solitude, loneliness, I would say partial success. So there is a little success in this card, but it is only partial. A lot of the person would need a lot of really good faith and a lot of hard work to turn this around. The foundation of the question here in the Five of Swords. Sorry, the Five of Swords is also reversed. I consider the Five of Swords, in fact, to be the worst card in the deck. And actually, when it is, it's all about loss, fighting a losing battle. But when it is reversed, in fact, it is all about tears, pain, trying to win a losing battle. A lot of conflict and a lot of danger, a lot of just dreadful pain and tears card. In the near past here, but the very near past, we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords reversed is, I always think of a very bad, vicious man. So I'm thinking this is Dumbo here, Dumbo Trump. He is reversed, and because when he's upright, in fact, he's a pretty good person, very severe, but just. So when it's reversed, we're looking at somebody who is very mean, very well, everything the dump is. That's in the near past. The goal here is actually the Pope card, or the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a major arcana. It's number 5. The 5s are always difficult cards because we're just halfway there. You know, when you count to 10, well, when you get to 10, you're finished. But 5 is you're only halfway there. And it's funny that we have this, because he just went to visit the Pope, didn't he? And the Pope gave him Nelson Mandela's book, but that's what we see here in the car. That's pretty funny. Because these two people who are here prosterning themselves in front of him, they are usually not depicted this way. And here they are depicted as being a couple. We have the devil, and we have this kind of the woman is green, so it's making me think of this. She has holding the moon in her back. It feels like she doesn't want to be where she's at, and you can see he's in closer than she is. Well, of course, he always wants to be in front. So that's the Pope card is also about religion, authority, the way we were brought up. I'm thinking of somebody who would be also quite up to somebody who won't listen to anything else than he has been told by his peers. Maybe in the past, it's I just refuse to listen to anybody else. I'm the Pope, and I am going to tell you how it's to be done. Here in the future, we have the Queen of Swords, and that is kind of funny because we have the couple here, which is quite rare to get the King and the Queen of Swords together in a draw. And I'm thinking that this Queen of Swords here is probably Melania, or usually the Queen of Swords is a single woman. In the older decks, definitely in the Marseille, the Tarot of Marseille, we always talk about a widow. But now in modern times, because the queens can sometimes be masculine also. So in these modern times, we could say it could be another man. But I'm seeing it as being Melania, and she's, kind of in his shadow, being as they're a couple. At the minute, like today, or during this week here, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is usually about apprenticeship, somebody working hard. I'm thinking about a young person also with kind of dark hair, but yeah, it looks like he thinks he's kind of working hard. He thinks he's doing a good job. You can see here depicted in this image. I don't know if you can see that properly. We have this guy who's building looks like a little shelter for the squirrel there and the dog, but it's not a really very good shelter because there's also money there and stuff. It looks like he's kind of hoarding. It's not going to be a very nice place for the dog to sleep, especially on top of all that money. But that kind of corresponds a little bit to maybe he thinks he's doing a really good job there in the White House. Actually, he does think he's doing a very good job. How other people see him, however, how everybody, all the other people see him as being very excessive. We have the Ace of Swords here in this position. The Ace of Swords upright is very excessive card. It means that you may be able to have the victory, but the victory will be very, very, very expensive and expensive in all ways. I mean, you'll have to really grab that victory. Why would I use that word? Yeah, the victory needs to be really taken by force. So I would say there's no victory there. It is a lot of excess, a lot of too much of too much. And that's what I think the American people may be thinking now. And in our hopes and our fears here, we have the Queen of Wands, and in the ultimate outcome, we have the King of Wands, which is again a couple